Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I, Enchantress, the Babbler, on our evolutionary, revolutionary rise of a high that is happening at this moment in time. When a card flies out, I'm like, let me hit record. You could be a life path number 8. You could be a life path number 1. You could be a life path number 7. You don't have to motherfucking be. You could just be here and be happy that you are. You could be a water sign too. What are the water signs? We got a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or have that in your chart. You don't have to. But either way, this video is kind of targeted on a specific topic, but we'll see how this goes because I'm feeling a free flow too. So however it comes out is however it will be. But we are going to be talking about the upcoming, because I keep talking about it in my other videos, right? Make sure to watch all my videos because hello, why not? Like, it's evolutionary, it's revolutionary. It is automatic. You feel an uplift, a shift every time you come into this. It's like a psh, psh. You get hit with that evolutionary, revolutionary mix, right? Right, with your alchemy, the divine alchemy that is spread here, right? Either way, okay, we is here. We is here. Okay, we is here. All right, and I want to talk about the upcoming Mercury retrograde. We're in its pre-shadowy phase, right? Um, please, 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 please take everything about what is conditioned into this world, including astrology, like a grain of salt, right? These are the sands that fall through our hands. And take everything like grains of sand that can flow and fall through water too, that will slip through your fingers, right? Don't hold too tightly to anything, even if it resonates, even if it applies. Please know that everything is evolutionary, revolutionary too, and everything can, even if it applies, even if it aligns, even if it's something that you learn at this time, it's still part of the illusion, right? So don't get so fixed on something, right? So, and don't let the fear mongering of, oh my God, Mercury is going retrograde, really fudge you up. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't have to necessarily be a bad experience. But again, it could be a bumpy one. You know what I'm saying? But that's life. That's life, whether shit is Mercury retrograde or not. You know what I'm saying? Um, Either way, it's gonna start beginning, although these messages are timeless. So when you find yourself here and stuff like that, that's when you find yourself here, right? But it's going to be going retrograde and it's already in its pre-shadowy phase, right? Because it started its pre-shadowy phase November 25th, right? And so it's going to begin December 13th, 2023, and it's going to last until January 1st. Happy New Year, right? 2024. And it's going to be this unique, I like the word unique, right? It's this unique astrological event, right? It's this unique astrological event that traverses through the sign of Sagittarius and Capricorn. An interesting couple. Sometimes they avoid each other. Those are private jokes. If you get it, if you're in, you'll get it. If not, it's okay. Um, but this period is coupled with the pre-shadow phase, like starting, right? And then it's post-shadow phase, which will be ending January 20th, right? And it just offers this profound opportunity for, as everything does, introspection, reflection, reevaluation, and setting the stage for our new year, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is great. Again, you could be a life path number 8 too, right? But either way, this is the card that flew out when I was shuffling and stuff like that, right? The stork. Major transformation. Maybe some babies, literally. Or this could be metaphorically. however it's going to be, but there's massive change, and it's taking part, and there's a renewal, and you could feel a little restless, especially in the for the arrival of something, right? So if there was a loss, there's an arrival of something, right? Because I see the arrival and the departed, right? So if something has departed, something is to arrive, right? You could be moving, renovating, pregnancy, right? Birth, right? You could be meeting somebody that is going to have a significant impact in your life that could be slender and tall, taller than you at least. You know, it doesn't have to be a giant, but it could be somebody that's taller than you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and so this is going to be true. And it could be in the heart realms too, right? So it's bringing for this balance, right? So 5-4, you could be 54 years old. You don't have to be. You could have been born 1971. You don't have to be. You could be 45 years old. You don't have to be. You could be 41. You could be 47. Okay? You could be 51. You could be 57. You could have been born 1975, 1974. 1951, 1957, 1954. It don't have to be, but you know, I like to play with numbers, you know what I'm saying? Developing over time, this flavor of yours, this family, this legacy, right? Having the good stuff, right? You got the good stuff. I know I'm making up words, baby. But yeah, you're building this legacy, this finesse, this alchemy, this transformation that's ripening, right? You're aging well. Okay, right? You're aging well. And so we're integrating these opposing forces that might have brought challenges, right? May have brought by 5, 7, 8, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17, which equals 8. 88, you could have been born 1988. Right? So you have these 8s here. 8 is great. This infinite growth here, right? And especially like with this Mercury, right? Ah, sorry. This Mercury retrograding, right? And all its spiritual implications, right? Especially in the sign of Sagittarius, right? This phase is going to stir up a sense of restlessness, right? So we have this sense of restlessness, right? A desire for change. So understand that it's coming, that it's here, that it's happening, it is now, right? It's a time to explore our beliefs, right? And our own philosophies, right? And standing 10 toes deep down into that which we are and which we feel is right? So in the midst of it, in the shadow of it, in the thick of it, right? You might find yourself questioning certain kind of long held views that you might have had, or you could be drawn to new spiritual philosophies, um perspectives, truths, right? Because as you grow it, you get to know it. And as you get to know it, you get to show it. And you're entitled to evolve. You're entitled to transform, right? Like let anybody stay upset about who they think you used to be or who you are. Be like, yo, worry about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Right? And then we have the shift into Capricorn too, right? And the shift into Capricorn, it brings about the groundingness, right, of this fire, right, of this energy, right? Because it's time to reflect. It's time to reflect on our ambitions. It's time to affect. Yeah, it's time to take effect, but it's time for us to reflect, and it's time for us to reflect on our ambitions and the practical steps that is needed to achieve them. So even if you have to take a step back, right? Because you can start off with an 8. 8 is great, and then have to take a few steps down and go to 5, right? 5 is challenging, and it can be challenging, right, to get through certain kind of things, the buildup of certain kind of things, and then you might have to take another step down for a moment or two. But right, the transformation is happening here, the finesse that's happening here, the ripening that's happening here, right? So it's like doing the cha-cha, right? You take 2 steps forward, take 1 step back, take 2 steps forward, take 1 step back, whatever you have to do to make. You're not breaking though. You're not breaking, and that's important for you to know. That's important for you to see. That's important for you to understand that you're building something that's a legacy, right? 20, ace. Ace here. Bear, look at bears popping up again. Did you watch my bear video? Oh, this is a Wolverine, but still, it's a type of bear. Isn't Wolverine a type of bear? Well, I don't care. He looked like a bear. All right? He looked like a bear. He looked like a bear. But either way, fierce, right? And your growth, right? And your look at this, the power, the fireworks, the passion, the chemistry, right? So the uniting, right, of something more too, right? The stork bringing in something more, right? So you could be growing a family, right? Whether you have children or not, it doesn't matter, right? Family is who you choose to be your family. It doesn't necessarily have to be blood, right? This could be a spouse, a partner, a life partner. This could be you and your children. This could be like, well, no, don't be like that with your children, but I'm just saying, like, you know what I'm saying? Gosh, you have to say that nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Because this world be fucking sick. But either way, um, right? It's about the unpredictableness, right? And there's gonna be power struggles. We're gonna see it out here happening in the world, right? But there's a facade that is that this power struggle that's taking place. Definitely go watch my video that's called what is it called? The Rapture. The Rapture. It is prophetic, poetic channeling that is about what's happening in this world and how some systems and some people and some ideologies and some celebrities, like you can tie it to wherever you need to tie it, and how this system is crumbling good. You know what I mean? For there's justice here that is trying to take place, that's taking place. And so we have to be fearless in our place, right? We have to be fearless in our pursuits, right? We have to be assertive, right? You have to be determined and stuff like that. And so look at New Year, look at the New Year. So when that's when Mercury retrograde is gonna end, but it's gonna be in its post shadow too, right? So it's lending to this emotional and energetic effect, right? So definitely go check out, what did I say it was called? The Rapture. The Rapture, right? Go check out The Rapture. I'll link it and stuff like that too. But there's this emotional and energetic shift that's taking place, right? As in the pre-shadow period, look at Phoenix. Look at, we got the Phoenix and we got the church, the principle, the religion, the dogma, the family values, the marriage. Look, the structure that's being built, right? You could be 25 years old. You don't have to be. You could be 52. You could be 36. You could have been born 1963. You could have been born 1965, 1962. You don't have 1967. You could be 61 years old. You could be 67 years old. You could be 30 years old. You could be 34. You could be 37. You could be 38. You could be 43. You could be 40. You don't have to be, but I'm just, putting numbers out there and stuff like that, right? Right? So look at, there's a king, queen too, right? Because we had the queen with the stork, right? The queen of hearts, right? The queen of hearts, and then you have the king of hearts, right? So there's some sense of belonging, something that's being rooted. Look at this, something's being rooted, some gift, some happy harmony, beauty, creativity, a gift, right? A reconciliation too, expression, gratitude, appreciation, openness, love, warmth. So these are the things that are being created at this time, right? Mutable, the end of a season. So be open to that, even if things may like appear a certain type of way, be rocky and stuff like that. The transformation, the phoenix that's happening at this time, this death and rebirth, this renewal, right? This immortality, right? The catalytic heart. That's what it says, I can say, right? An awakening, a rising up from the ashes, right? A total freaking transformation, a complete renewal is to be expected, right? So in the pre-shadow period, this is when we start to feel, right, the upcoming retrograde's influence, right? You could be feeling it right at this time. You could be feeling like some shift, some change, some mood swing, some upheaval, some laying down the law, some your boundaries coming into place. Like, if you go check out all my other videos too, I did it was the full moon with the beaver and the frost moon, right? Frost full moon, beaver full moon are the same moon, just different names that they give it at different times. And I did 2 videos, one highlighting the frost full moon metaphor and the beaver, right? And so emotionally, we're going to be experiencing heightened sensitivity, right? Which can be a sense of foreboding, right? It's because that's it. When you're sensitive, shit is volatile. Right? And if and depending on where you are in the state of your evolution, everybody's gonna respond differently, right? But energetically, it's time, right? Because that's what retrogrades represent, a time of slowing down, right? So it's a time to start slowing down and paying attention to our inner signals. What's that revealing to us? How can we discern? How can we learn? How can we earn? Right? And so during the retrograde, we can expect, which is a given, but this is just life in itself. You can call it a retrograde or just life. We can expect emotional ups and downs. And with Sagittarius, emotions may be more volatile, right? Because but Sagittarius, as philosophical as they can be, we got to remember it's a fire energy, and fiery be a wave that can tsunami hit and burn every mother fudging thing down, right? Rising up from the ashes, right? So, but while it's in Capricorn too, right? This balancing act, Sag and Capricorn working together. This is kind of like what I say with the Saturn energy with Aquarius and Pisces working together, right? So definitely go check out my Saturn being debunked in Pisces and how I say it's still in Aquarius for another couple of years, right? But it doesn't mean that Saturn isn't working with Pisces and Aquarius at the same time, right? Doing this dance, this unique, this quirky couple. So just like Saturn and Pisces and Aquarius would be a quirky couple, the odd couple, right? So is Capricorn and Sagittarius, right? They make great friends and stuff like that. But working together, it's an interesting mix because you got two different elements. So it could be a hit and miss. So but there's harmony that can be harmonized, right? There might be a sense of seriousness, right, that Capricorn brings to the table that Sagittarius's easygoing nature, right, and certain kind of things can really teach even Capricorn this this philosopher's view of introspection, right? So there's so much to be learned here, right? Because Capricorn is going to teach Sagittarius how to get shit done, right? And vice versa, but in different elements, right? So in the post shadow period, it's a time for this emotional growth and energetic integration to really reflect on the lessons learned and start applying them, right? And that would be great entering into the Capricornian season too, right? Because here we have these evolutionary opportunities that can anchor us here and create stability here, endurance, right? Solid, steady, right? Secure, perseverance, right? Willpower, the long lasting, right? Because you're building this legacy. To be 35 years old, you don't have to be. You could be life path number 9, you could be life path number 7, you could be life path number 4, you could be 42 years old, you could be 20 years old, you could be 22 years old, you could be 23 years old. You don't have to be, like I said, you could be 29, you could be 49, you could be 35, you could be 39, you could be 59, but you don't have to be. But here it's about being present, right? We're being present here, and that's going to be our rapid response. That's our ace here. That's our new beginning. That is our pentacle, right? That's, look, because I'm looking at six of diamonds here. Clover, luck, happy, coincidence, right? Synchronicity, unexpected, right? Unexpected rendezvous, unexpected, right? This could be even too for my singles out there, meeting someone unexpectedly and having good fortune in romance, in relation, in a life partner. And for those of you that are coupled, this is a good fortune, right? A reward, reward, right? Could be a Leo too, or have Leo in their chart. You could have been born 1971. You don't have to be. Yeah, right? So 25, 23. Here we go, right? Double rainbow. What? Double rainbow, divine intervention, ascension, perfect timing. So something that may have not been in a perfect timing. So something maybe in Leo season too, right? So we have lion. So something in August, something, wow, something in August, right? Bringing about some type of serendipitous type of divine intervention, right? A promise kept, like something as above, so below, something that it's like a cycle, right? Taking place, overcoming difficulties, heart-centered, right? Something being heart-centered. And so it's a powerful time for personal evolution, especially in the realms of the heart, especially in the realms of relationships, especially in the realms of family, especially in the realms of yeah, like, you know, partnering in some type of degree, right? It's an opportunity to shed outdated patterns that might have hindered progress before, because evolution has occurred and it's embracing new ways of being. And that can feel uncomfortable, of course, right? But you have Sagittarius and Capricorn energy teaming up together to make it flourish, right? And there's an opportunity for advancement too in career and relationships, right? Because of Capricorn's influence as well, right? So reassessing your career trajectory too, and relationships, are they evolving as you are? So this is now no longer allowing the limits from the past, the way of past thinking. So if something before seemed like it couldn't work or something like that, it's like, really, is that so? Like, how is that so? Like, or is that just the mind or the conditioning or the past leading now, when nah, that doesn't feel like that right now, right? So it's about taking stepping stones, the process of arrival. So so this is like two people arriving finally at the same point in time, right? Before, it could have been you were meeting and stuff like that, and you are on totally two different time zones, two different planes of existence, two different vibrations and frequencies. And now it's like arriving on the same frequency, on the same vibration, on the same playing field, on the same plane of existence, right? It's like, oh my God, let me see you. You're here. So there's a step by step, and this is a way out and a way in too, right? So it's taking baby steps, it's progress, it's spiritual growth, right? It's illumination, and there's chemistry there, right? So it's like 11, 11, 11, right? So here, aces too, right? So this could have been, you could be, like I said, born 1971, 1976, 1972, you could be 72, you could be 71. If you want to look at it, look at 1717 here, right? 1717, 71, 71, 1971, 1961, 1962, 35, 53, 52, 56, 51, 20, 25, 45, 42, 43, 41, right? Life path number 8, life path number 9, life path number 5, right? Deeply committed, and you could be deeply committed now, right? So in the Sagittarius phase, right, we're diving deep into our adventurous side as well, right? Because that is Sagittarius in itself, right? Exploring the depths of one's desires and aspirations, but beware of being impulsive. And then with the Capricorn side, right, we're diving into the bedrock of our ambitions, right? And these foundations that we need to build or reinforce to support our dreams, especially in the realms of our desires and aspirations, right? So it's about embracing one's journey with curiosity and courage, being open to new paths of wisdom, and grounding dreams in reality, and building step by step, building things step by step towards our highest of aspirations, because we should, right? Reevaluating the subconscious mind, the space between inner and outer worlds, inner knowing, dreams, past life knowledge. So it's like tying everything, the whole story together this time. And it's like, oh shit, now I see, right? Intuition card, right? Now I see all that is before me. Now I understand better, like what is happening here. And look, Mars ruler, somebody could have a strong Mars, like Aries, the ruler of destruction, survival instinct, lust, right? So there's going to be some type of upheaval, right? That can feel like a chaos, like a tower moment, but it doesn't have to be bad, right? So let the beauty, right? Let the beauty of what you love be what you do, right? I love Rumi. I really do. I guess that's the poet in me, right? That's the poet in me, right? So hidden things are coming into light. The mystery of life coming into intellectual understanding as well. You could be born 1962. You could be 26 years old. You don't have to be. You could be an earth sign, right? Or have earth in your chart. You could be a fire sign, right? You could be a Sagittarius. So it's about timing, right? And being optimistic about it, and finding the humor in it too, right? Finding the humor in this long story being told, right? And it's bringing a magnifying glass, because if you've been born in 1972, you could be 27 years old. You don't have to be. You could be 26. You could be 21 too. But like, very important details are going to be coming into light about what has been going on for this storyline in your own life, and the things that are being created, right? So, right? So that's beautiful. It's making me think of the Rumi quote, right? Because I said it, I started saying it with, let the beauty of what you love be what you do, right? Because there are a thousand ways to kneel and kiss the ground. There are a thousand ways to go home again. Oh my God. Yes, I said it. Right? So think about that, like in this terms of like romance, and in the terms of like, right? 24, Jack of Hearts. Here we go. I'm the heart. Like what? In terms of romance. Come on, Rumi. Rumi speaks through me. You know what I'm saying? Let the beauty of what we love be what we do. Right? Because there are a thousand ways to kneel and kiss the ground. There are a thousand ways to go home again. So it's like, where is your heart's home? Love, desire, joy, bliss, affection, fulfillment. Especially if you want that fulfillment, right? So it's about aligning our actions with our deepest passions and our deepest truths, whether it's through spiritual exploration, right? Like with the sign of Sagittarius, right? But with practical manifestation that we learn through Capricorn. Ay, 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 I love this shit. Ah, right? So yeah, it's like in the realms of the heart, bringing this magnifying glass, getting more info, clarity, important details that may have been missed from before are being brought to the surface, right? So you could be 42 years old, you could be 24 years old, you could be born 1972, be life path number 6. Look at soulmate swans that are meant to inflame faith, a pair of things, blooming love. Oh my goodness, what is happening here? Deep soul connection, the one, the one. The new year bringing about the one, this profound opportunity for this deeply spiritual, emotional, energetic, and evolutionary growth in terms of love, connection, partnering, life partnering, embracing this period with an open heart. So the heart may have been closed off before, resisting with the heart and the mind and all this kind of stuff. They just were they were battling each other, and this time they're in harmony. They're ready to learn and evolve and embrace and bloom in love, right? So if you're here, this is emerging within you in what you do, and it's like, here, so no more. Look, at this came out upside down, and I'm gonna take it because I'm reading what the word is, and it's a stalemate. So it's like no more having a stalemate if love was blocked to some degree, right? No more being standoffish, no more being non-committal, no more holding out. Right? Like, did you see that shit? That shit flew upside down when it came here with the swans, with the soulmate. Like, it just flew upside down because it's like, nah, not anymore. Not anymore. This is not blocked anymore. Oh my God, I can cry. It's like, no, it's not being blocked, right? Stepping stones, taking stepping stones. The process of arrival. There's a delay in this camera. This is annoying. Right? Winter's bringing this, right? So rest. Be silent in your concept. Venus, goddess of love. What are you talking about? The attraction, the attractiveness in ourselves and in others, being open, right? To the grace and charm and beauty of love and relationships, the magnetism, the abundance of that, the pleasure and happiness, right? The giving birth to something more. So any of the challenges that we might be experiencing now in terms of anything is an opportunity for what is existing ahead, right? So reflect, anticipate, and prepare, because there's something rare happening here. And 2024 is, oh my goodness, anchoring something stable that you deserve, long lasting. So keep persisting. Take advantage of these opportunities that can seem like they're challenging at this time, especially because it can seem so far away. Like we said August, we said Leo season, or like whatever, 2024, like it's still not 2024 yet and stuff like that. But be present here in the now, because you're resilient. There's a sweet goodness, there's a nectar, right? Lifting out of negativity, lightness of being, creating something lighter, like light work. It's light work. It's freaking light work. So anything that comes up now that's painful, tension, fighting, right? Repetitive, snap, right? What's right? It's coming out, right? So look at coffin being put to death, right? It's being, look at, because it came out upside down, so it had it come up right side up. It's about being defeated. And no, you're no longer being defeated, right? It's done with, right? So anything that was broken, it's coming together now, right? Anything, right? So don't be discouraged, right? This ball and chain, this heaviness, this weight, right? Look at this codependency, feeling trapped, or the restrictions and stuff like that, addictions, being unhappy, right? Being unhappy even in a union or a marriage, right? Emotional baggage, it's the ending to that. So allow this time right now to put you in the right track, to put you in the current, correct forward movement, that one way to go, right? To go the distance, right? Putting you on this direct route that's like an autopilot, right? You're traveling. I think I can, you can, and you will, right? This focal point. And so you have to sometimes go through the mud. Could have been born 1983, 1985, 1981, 1998, 1993, 1995. These could be significant years to you too. You could be 33, 35, 38, 31. You don't have to be. Okay. Here we are, because, right? Like genuine, true love, commitment, right? Lily, established. Something being established. Sexuality, achievement, right? For my celibates out there, my abstinence, my virgins, right? You got something that you can feel good about. Even in your career, there's a development, right? Somebody here could be retiring too, and having an established retirement, right? You could be 30 years old, 33 years old, 35, 38, 31. You don't have to be. What? What? Something you can trust. An alliance, a commitment, a partnership, continuing on with the promise, a bond, bringing about a certain sense of cycle of completion that brings this closure, What? Wow. I'm like, and then I feel like we got all the aces. Like we got already like so many different aces in the first shuffles that I was doing. What? Fireworks. Happiness. Exhilaration. The new year. Excitement. Get excited. Explosive hot sex. And I was saying about my celibates, my abstinence, my virgins, like, you know, whatever, like, for those of you that don't be jumping from bed to bed and all this other kind of stuff, and, you know, I don't mean to talk like that, but still grounded, fertility, lineage. Right? Right? The lineage that you're creating, fertility. Somebody here can be getting pregnant, right? Literally too, like, you know, or just the birth of something new. Could have been born 1975. You could be 57 years old, 55, 53, 51, 52, 42, 35, 39, 59. 1975, I said, yeah, 52. Yeah, just right. And it's about being just right. Feeling complete too, like no longer, look at another ace. Ladybug, a vibrant, abundant life. Could be an earth sign with an earth sign or something, the earth, or just the element of earth, the grounding, being grounded, right? Measured, conservative, realistic, right? Tangible, something tangible, builders, doers, makers, right? The birth of a daughter. Look at the birth of a daughter, it literally says that. Wishes are coming true. Having leisure, comfort, a happy life. Wow. Wow. Right? So, yeah, so with everything that's happening and stuff like that, there's an extension period, I feel, right? Like this extension period that allows for deeper integration, right? To take form of the lessons and the experiences that are being encountered now, right? So stay present now during the retrograde, right? Because there's a rebirth happening here, right? We can dive into it a little bit more, right? But feel giddy, feel excited about what's going on here, right? Be open to taking risks, right? This could be a chance for you to learn to embrace your own confidence. It's important, right? It's important to be mindful um, of not like self-sabotaging and jeopardizing any progress you make or have made for stupidity in any kind of way, or ignorance or resistance. So get to know that resistance, right? Right? Understand your ambition. Work on your ambition. And watch how things begin to manifest, because you have this opportunity really to reflect on everything in your life, whether it's in love, career, your goals. This is an excellent time to tie up loose ends, right? And evaluate your level of fulfillment and make intentions, set intentions for the upcoming year, because things are about to go down in a way that it's going to feel like a miracle as you uncover truths, because there's a lot of truths that are gonna come out, and it might blow up in other people's faces, especially if you've been doing good deeds, good things, not through ego and all this other kind of stuff. Like, you've actually been doing good. A lot of that good you've been doing is gonna bless you up, and shit is gonna blow in some other people's faces that may have tried to prevent you, or may have been knocking you down before you were ever even up, because they saw the potential of you and they didn't want it to exist. right? So we're navigating through this retrograde period practically, ambitiously, and motivated and inspired in a way that we're embracing the challenges, right, of this Mercury retrograde, because it is an opportunity for our growth during this massive time of quantum self-reflection. And we're trusting, right? We're trusting in the divine timing of this universal connectivity and knowing that everything is unfolding as it should, right? In divine right timing. And it's like, wow, it's even better than you could have ever imagined. So you release, I release, right? We release any fear, all fear, right? Any kind of resistance, allowing the energies, right, to guide us towards that which we are creating. Hold on. My cat's going nuts. Okay, after much time later and some shifts, I figure I'm gonna try real quick. I have to go soon. Maybe going down each of the astrology signs and just saying a little bit of stuff, you know. We'll start with Aries. So whether you have Aries in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, you know, definitely check out both in Western and Vedic astrology, your signs and stuff like that. And your major dominant signs and stuff, so that way you can get a full in-depth view into you know what I mean? I should move my leg. So right, all right, so we'll start with Aries. Here we'll talk a little bit about love, career, our mental sphere, finances, spiritual, whatever comes up, right? So Aries, I feel like in Mercury retrograde, communication is key, right? Avoid being impulsive, right? Especially in making decisions, rash decisions in your relationships, right? Establishment, taking action, right? Right? Getting things done, reflecting before acting, right? Patience is going to be like your ally, right? While getting certain kind of things done, especially in the workplace, making certain kind of negotiations, maybe as a leader, maybe if you are a female with a male, if you are a male, this aspect within yourself, you know what I mean? Practicing mindfulness to manage stress and impatience, right? Establishing a certain type of order to get things done, reevaluating too, right? Like your budget, avoiding rash spending, right? Right? Not playing by the rules and then messing certain kind of things up, right? So embracing too, like your own inner star, right? Your growth for self-reflection at this time and sticking by, like, you know, because I feel like there could be apologies and things like that, and just knowing that, you know, actions speak louder than words in this department. And so when it comes to like certain kind of negotiations and things like that, patience is going to be your ally. And reflect too before making harsh decisions too in regards to people, places, things, that type of thing, right? And the people that you allow in your energy field in your life, right? Because it's important for you to be mindful about how you're managing your stress and how impatient you can be, you know what I mean? And how you too, you know, like you can't be a dead horse in certain kind of aspects, you know what I mean? And you don't want to break down, and you don't want to feel backstabbed or ruined or be made to fail, like in certain type of aspects. So be mindful of just the people you're choosing to keep around you, and stay true to that, because you know you deserve that storybook ending. You know what I mean? All right, Taurus, we're moving on. Taurus. Right. Taurus. I feel like some honest conversations need to take place. Like for real, for real. Like be real. Like in your conversations, right? Like um and stay adaptable. Like stay like like maybe have the hard conversations, right? Because changes will lead to growth and many other opportunities that will be beyond what you can even see at this moment in time, right? And having a community of support, you know, that maybe you never had before or that you want, you know what I mean? So grounding yourself in certain kind of routines, which you can be good at, right? To maintain certain kind of balances, but having real honest conversations. So like if there's something that you haven't said, maybe you should say it. You know what I mean? Because so reflect upon, right? Because it says time for non-action. So reflect upon that which needs to be said, right? Because this is a time for certain kind of, especially in your finances, like financial planning, right? Because that's what I feel and I hear, right? So certain kind of like financial planning, right? So not to take certain kind of risk. I feel like your financial planning ties into your communication, right? In whatever way, shape, or form that's gonna, what that means to you, right? So I feel like if you're having certain blockages with certain kind of things, right, look to the other element that needs to be unblocked for the other thing to be flourished. So like let's say if you're having a certain kind of blockage with community support, let's say, or something like that, look to the conversation that you need to have. If you are finding that certain bills are coming up like out of left field, look to your spending. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Like there's a message in something else for you through something else, because something is out of whack in that department, right? So connecting with nature can help, right, to enhance your clarity in regards to grounding yourself and stuff like that, right? So it's like a test of faith could be happening here too. Yeah. All right, so moving on, Gemini. Right, hi Gemini. So I feel like it's time for you to listen more, right? Listen more. Avoid misunderstandings. Listen more, right? Instead of being hostile, right? So listen more instead of looking to respond hostile, like kind of like, you know, don't look at it as self-sacrificing, right? Because sometimes we become deaf because we have so much to say. You are the communicator in every kind of way, right? So it's about like double checking all communications, right? Because clarity is going to be crucial here at this point. And sometimes we can talk out our neck, and and sometimes we don't mean what we say. You know what I mean? So it's like working through that hardship of hostility. I feel like that's what I'm feeling, right? So if there's any delays taking place in romance or investments or making certain kind of financial decisions, work on your hostility. So it's kind of like maybe you have Taurus in your chart too, like, you know what I mean? Where if you want to flourish in one particular area, look at another area's blockage or lack of balance to find the balance in the two kind of thing, right? So exploring new avenues, right, of handling things, right? So it's like exploring certain new levels, right? So something's hidden from you, especially in regards to love, right? That and it might feel like it's blocked intuition, but it's not that. It's that you're supposed to listen for something, listen to something, listen to someone. Right? Because some part of you is not listening, some part of you is only responding. You know what I mean? And so I feel like to use this time to be a little bit more quiet, to really meet and organize neatly your thoughts at this time instead of just pouring them all out at once in a hostile environment. You know what I mean? So delay any kind of major like investments or things like that. Look, Tower, right? Because for this new beginning, because you have, look at this Tower of something new coming to, right? Something new, and any kind of deep emotional pain that must be released in some kind of way, right? There's a family legacy on its way if it's not already here, right? So you don't want to block this either, right? So it's like a new like, and like something in the summer too, right? Pinnacle of success. Look at that. Pinnacle of timing, right? So let go of control and work on that hostility that responds so quickly. Wheel of Fortune, right? So it's a decisive moment. Justice, bringing fairness and balance. So something that too might not feel like it's fair or balanced too, like finding a new way to say what you need to say without appearing or being so hostile energetically. I don't know. That's what I hear, and that's what I'm saying, and that's how I'm moving forward. Okay, Cancer. Hello, how are you? Hello. How are you, Cancer? The word I'm hearing is nurture, right? But like, hello, when do you not? um, but I feel like it's something with your empathy, Queen of Coins, right? It could be too, um, with understanding certain kind of things, right? So you might have a lot on your plate. So focus on your current projects, right, that are happening here, right, that you're trying to build. Don't start new ones because it's like, then will you complete the other ones, right? So 3 of Swords, there's some kind of grief, sorrow, right, depression, heartbreak, right? So it's a nurturing of that disillusionment or lack of empathy towards understanding some type of loss or heartbreak that you might experience, have, or have buried deep within, right? So self-care for you at this time is vital, especially when it's in regards to gathering your coins, making the money or the projects that you want, or having these things come in from you to be fruitful in the way that you want to be fruitful, right? So I feel like there's a certain type of emotional pain that you might need to really, right, with this Mercury retrograde, really dive into understanding in a new empathetic type of way towards yourself, right, to manifest your dreams. So it could be even in how you collaborate or work, or how are you waiting for certain kind of things. Maybe there's certain kind of you want to level up, a certain type of progress that you want to make, and you want to manifest your dreams in some kind of way, but there's a blockage in some kind of way. Like, certain things doesn't mean that things don't go down and things don't happen, and good things don't happen for you. And because I feel like there's room for opportunity for money to be coming in, and it could come in, right? But there's some kind of blockage, I feel like, in terms of how you want it to be, or the amount that you want it to be, or how you need it to be, right? There's still some kind of struggle or whatever in the development of certain kind of things. So for this Mercury retrograde, it's about reviewing and adjusting your financial plans, but looking into, so I feel like there's a big message in here for everybody, and looking into another element that's unbalanced in themselves to fix the imbalance in another element. Like it's like bringing these two elements together, right? So it's like look into the emotional realm in order to improve your financial realm. Because if you improve that one realm, the financial realm is going to be right. I feel like there's a lot of challenges for that Mercury season, right? So 5-5. So certain kind of personality clashes you might be dealing with someone not playing by the rules or whatever the case may be, and that might aggravate you, like how the world can be, but you're being asked to seize the day, to come in your truth in every kind of way. So if you can come in your truth in regards to how you feel, look, it'll be a time to celebrate for real. 3 of Cups. Okay, Cancer, that's the message I have for you. All right, Leo. Hello. How are you? I feel like attention. So a loving exchange, right? A balance needed for, all right, so time for non-action. So a balance, so in affection, in exchange, right? A balance for your need. So a balancing of your need for attention with your partner's need, right? 10 of Swords, right? A breakdown, a breakup, right? Some type of final chapter or something. Look at it could be with a Gemini, um, or an Earth sign too. Libra, Cancer type energy. Doesn't have to be. And even Sagittarius type energy, right? But I feel like any kind of breakdown within a marriage, within a union, right? It's learning to balance your need for attention with your partner's needs at this time, right? Because creatively you might feel a little bit stifled, right? So patience is going to bring rewards, this Mercury in retrograde, right? So just keep maintaining a positive outlook in something, right? Even when you're faced with certain kind of challenges, take a step back, right? Time for non-action, time to really reflect, to meditate and stuff like that. Avoid certain kind of like extravagance, right? Spending, right? So right? For look at so storybook ending, because you deserve a storybook ending. 10 of Coins. Look at working on that family legacy to be born, because look at that is what, so 10 10 10. Look at this 3 10. So look at 10 of Swords, the final chapter for before that storybook ending, right? For your family legacy. So engage in activities that fuel your inner fire, right? At this time, as you work on the harmony in your own blissful relationships, right? For you to be emotionally fulfilled, right? So also you could be working on buying a house, your lineage, security, real estate, something like that. So wealth, right? You're working on your wealth, but also deepening your commitment or your relationship or your partnering, or you might want that too. You might want this type of partnering or family or legacy with another partner if you don't already have one. So it's a time to really balance your need for attention and really work on understanding the breakdown that's happening here, that's leading to divine love and peace. You know what I mean? So right, for a divine masculine, or whether you're a divine feminine energy and stuff like that. So it's like the balance that is needed. It's like, so whatever it is that you're focused on so much within yourself, for yourself, maybe it's starting to externalize that and seeing if you're like partnered with somebody, like what they need to, not just what you need. You know what I mean? And even if you're single, the same thing. Like, instead of looking for the perfect one for you, how can you be the perfect one for your complementary partner? You know what I mean? Something like that, right? Instead of me, it's us, you know, something like that. I don't know, but that's what I hear. You know what I mean? All right, either way, that's what I have for you. Virgo. Right? So I just feel like I feel like gentle. Be gentle. Right? Be responsible. Be gentle in your communication, right? And how that's gonna flourish. And something's taking time to build, right? So you might have to organize and plan, but also be adaptable. Avoid certain kind of levels of overthinking, right? Ace of Swords, epiphany, having an epiphany, right? Organizing and planning, right? Um, some type of truth, some type of vision that comes out into play, right? In every kind of way, right? Auditing like your expenses, right? Looking for areas for your own improvement, hardworking, right? Being responsible, being persistent, right? Finding peace and simplicity and routine, right? Which you can be really good at, right? But you might sometimes get lost in traditions, right? So it's not looking at how traditions play a significant role in how you view your accomplishments. So if you're looking at everything around you traditionally and then you're like, well, I don't have that or something like that, right? How can we shift that mindset about what something is supposed to look like and finding peace in what you're developing in this world, right? So a certain kind of end of a chapter of a way that you view certain traditions, right, in this world and finding your unique take on it and just living that, you know what I mean? And finding maybe love or union or having that, or if you have that, but like in love, being in love, this union, right? That is balanced, whether in a relationship or not. All right, that's what I have for you. All right, Libra, here we go. Oh my gosh, I gotta go. All right, so Libra, right, striving for a balance, right, and harmony in your relationships, right? Because how it looks is important to you, right? So collaboration, like how it looks can be like your union and how it looks, right, can be challenging too at this time, but it's an energetic powerhouse as well, right? So exciting plans you could be making too, right? Um, exciting plans, right? Radiant energy, right? So having exciting plans or wanting to have exciting plans, feeling that, being a free thinker in that type of energy, whether you're with someone or not, right? But I feel like this is important for you, right? So seeking balance in your own thoughts about how you're going to perceive something, right? So maintaining your inner equilibrium, right? Being creative too at this time, right? And artistic, right? Striving for clear communication with your partnerships and your collaborations, right? Especially if during this Mercury retrograde, collaborations be challenging for you at this time, right? So don't get like discouraged, right? It could take 1 or 2 weeks. Like let's say if you're having an upheaval of certain type of collaborations or certain kind of challenges with people, places, things, certain kind of hiccups that might take it's going to be about 1 to 2 weeks of just that. So it's just woosah it kind of, right? You know what I mean? So so don't So even if it's like a missed opportunity in something, right? Or somewhere you're a little bit bored or unmotivated or depressed or reluctant and stuff like that, in terms of maybe a union and stuff, because I feel like there's a mix of energies here. So that's why I'm speaking the way that I do, because I can have a Libra that's tapping in, turning on, tuning in, that's in a happy, lovely union that could be dealing with certain kind of collaborations that are just a little bit like wonky at this time. So just know that 1 or 2 weeks time this is going to take for this type of nonsense to just like kind of go away. And then there could be, right, because you have the sun here and stuff like that, but then you could also have people that are not in a union that are kind of like, you know, depressed about that too. So look at 1 or 2 weeks, some kind of shit is going to go down where, like, you know, let this Mercury retrograde energy kind of shift out, because you're a powerful energetic powerhouse, and so create these exciting plans and good news is on its way, right? So to think of it like that, because you're seeking balance in your own spiritual practices too, and that how you see something and how you do something and how you move something. And so sometimes the winter just brings the blues, and so it could be something like that for you too. But look at bliss, romantic success, new romance could be coming in for those of you, or a deepening of one. So this is it, bring joy. So Libra, that's what I have for you, and I'm gonna leave you with that. Hello, Scorpio. I feel intensity. It's an intense time, especially in relationship, right? So strive for calm communication, calm, right? Trust your intuition. Avoid all kinds of secrecy. This is not a time for that, right? This is a transformative time, right? So meditation could be really powerful for you. Prayer could be really powerful for you. Prayer can be really powerful for you, right? It's time for you to investigate certain kind of financial matters, right? Before committing to anything, right? Explore deeply, look at coins, mystical aspects of life. So there's a new beginning in regards to your abundance and how you create that, right? So during this Mercury retrograde, right? There's a new beginning, right? A thirst for knowledge. So you could be learning some more things. You could be doing some kind of things, right? And so look at for the summer too. So it's leading into the summertime. So there could be stuff that you're doing now that you might be completed with by the summertime, or it's going to pioneer something. It's going to be a pinnacle of success. So you could be working on something, you could be building something, you could be growing something that is looking for the world, achievement, success, sense of the, oh my gosh, accomplishment. So during any kind of time right now, this is a transformational time for you during this Mercury retrograde of building your success in this world in love, right? Self, right? So any kind of like missed opportunities and stuff like that that you might be weary about at this moment in time, don't look at, there's so much greatness happening for you that it's going to be like, so it's like a student, right? You could be a student of something right now, so look at it like that. Look at it like there's a look at getting out of your own way, right? So you're slowing down to get out of your own way because you are enough. And so we're building this kind of stuff, right? So spiritual mastery. Wow, Scorpio, you're working on your spiritual mastery. And I'm gonna leave you with that too, because I have to start going and I have to finish here. Okay. Yeah, right. This is supposed to be short messages anyways. All right. So Sagittarius. Keep an open mind. Keep an open heart. Right? Embrace honest dialogue. Don't just have the whoa. Don't just have the conversation in your mind, have the actual conversation with the person, place, whatever. Look at self-entrapment, getting out of your own way, getting out of your own negative thoughts, right? Getting out of thinking that everything is doom and gloom, right? Your vision is being tested. So stay focused on the long-term goals. Don't play into it, right? Trust, right? Motherhood, pregnancy. Some of you could be birthing something, whether it's be an actual baby project thing or whatever, some kind of creation, some kind of art, some kind of newness that you're building, expanding your perspectives through reading, learning. You could be learning some stuff, right? So plan certain kind of adventurous stuff. Romance could be coming. Don't look at everything. Don't be such a drama queen either, right? Don't be so dramatic about everything. Not everything is about you, so don't take everything so fucking personally. You know what I mean? So be also financially prudent at this time, right? King of Wands, that could be right here, natural born leader, that could be you too, right? So plan for some adventurous stuff, right? And be prudent about certain kind of future travels that you could be planning and having, right? So exploring certain kind of philosophies, right? Look at dedication to your craft and the growth of it, right? And so that's a really good place to be too, right? So the growth of everything that you're building and you're creating for yourself, right? Emotional, right? So working on your emotional immaturity, all right, at this time for Mercury retrograde season. So you're working on your emotional immaturity and finding the courage to get out of your own way and have the conversations about whatever it is that you need to say, because it's going to lead to bliss, romance, and success, right? A new romance could be coming in, right? And stay dedicated to your crafts because you are a natural born leader. And that's what I'm going to leave you with, okay? All right. Capricorn, patience with yourself, understanding with yourself, strengthening this inner bond with yourself through patience and understanding. Frozen, right? So whatever you're frozen with an indecision, Mercury retrograde this time is going to be helping you with that, right? Use this period to plan and strategize for future success in romance. You want to have success in romance. Stop acting like you don't, right? And if you are partnered, right? Where are you frozen with an indecision, right? Maybe in how you apply certain kind of things, right? How you are disciplined in your thoughts and actions, and how you can remove those blinds and really make a decision, and maybe work on your romance at this time. Mercury in retrograde might be working with your romantic side, right? Temptation. The devil is the Capricorn card too, things that grip you, the shadow self. So this Mercury in retrograde is going to be dealing with a lot of these aspects, the shadow side to you, the materialism, that which you restrict yourself with, right? Because you solidify your financial foundation, right? But you might avoid certain type of heartfelt sensations, right? So, or maybe you don't, or maybe you camouflage it or go into the superficialities of life, right? That you could be addicted to certain kind of things, right? So it's about giving and receiving, learning that, embracing that, and actually being that, right? A test of faith for you too at this time to bring fairness and balance in your life. That's what Mercury retrograde is going to be working with you on. All right, we're moving on. Aquarius. Aquarius. Embrace your beautiful uniqueness, especially in relationships. Communicate openly about how your future aspirations, how you see something, how you see someone in your life, how you want to be, you know, right? What innovative ideas can you bring to the surface, right? Staying persistent with certain kind of things, mental agility, right? Curious ideas, being guarded about what you can create in certain kind of ways, right? Because you might be taking care of things first, right? And so that can get in your way of your innovation. So Mercury in retrograde is going to be working you through engaging in activities that stimulate your intellect and reviewing certain kind of aspects of what you're doing and updating your plans and how you're going to execute, whether it's in your finances, love, career, all of the above, whatever the case may be, right? But it's going to be in a unique way, right? Because that's you're unique, right? So timing, in a few days something's going to be coming in, right? The Chariot, something coming in fast. Nine of Coins, it could be a new work opportunity, new client, something new way of doing stuff, and things that take time. So you could be the Knight of Coins. Things take time to build, and you're seeing that, you're understanding that, but you're going to be a little bit more optimistic, right? With how you handle, right? Because you are so mentally strong, right? So you could be connecting more with like-minded individuals, right? To expand your own spiritual horizons because you're heeding the call. Judgment's here, right? So you're answering the call, right? You're answering the call to accumulate, right? And the mindset that you have, right? So material attachment, right? So certain kind of material attachment, right? The dust cycle, right? Complete renewal, right? Temperance, Sagittarius too, and temperance card, right? But union of opposites, right? Being purposeful, creating the alchemy, balance, and peace that is needed, perfecting your balance. So Mercury retrograde is going to be working with you to perfect the balance of your own life, especially in regards to your finances and how you communicate about your own future aspirations and how to embrace the uniqueness in special relationships. And that's what I'm leaving that for you. And now we're going on to Pisces. Here we go. Resourceful creator, right? Deepening your own connections through artistic expressions, right? Because we got the high priestess here in your subconscious mind, your creativity, your empathy, right? Your intuition is strong. Verifying your insights, right? Being the magician, being the high priestess, creating these creative outlets, right? So the chariot, something happening right fast, right? Creative outlets, right? Eight of coins, working on them, dedication to the craft, your craft, right? Dedication, right? So be cautious too and with your financial decisions, right? But trust your instincts, right? Trust your instincts, trust your intuitions, dive into your inner world for profound insights, right? Queen of Wands here, stylish trendsetter. So some of you is going to be setting something out there into the world that's going to trend, is going to be trendy, right? And so it's like putting your art out there, putting your creations out there. So any way that's been stopping you in some kind of way, Ace of Cups, right? Time for reflection. So no more holding back, no more repressing, tuning into your intuition and taking care of yourself. So that's this Mercury retrograde is going to help you with wherever you've been holding yourself back. With your creations, with your art, with your creativity, right? Bringing this into union. And I'm just going to leave that with you here for now. And all right, till next time, I hope that you enjoyed all of that. Bye.